Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astro Jyoti Healing. If you have conjunction of Sun, Mercury and Venus in your natal horoscope, in your D1 chart, then you are feeling overwhelmed at this point. If you have natal Venus placed in Taurus, if you have natal Mercury placed in Taurus, or you have combination of Sun and Venus in Taurus, this video is for you. Welcome back to Sonali Joshi's Astro Jyoti Healing. Let us see how placement of Sun, Venus and Mercury alone and then together works in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is a sign of collection. Food, drinks, speech, eyes, family values, earning, collections, hoarding. So, whether you have Moon in Taurus or you have Sun in Taurus, you will define yourself by these things. Your collection, your earning, your family values, speech, songs, what you watch, what you consume. And you want to make sure that you have more and more of it. Because when Sun is placed in Taurus, you will define your ego, your personality and your social status depending on that. How easy is this? Well, this is a difficult placement for Sun because Sun is a self-centered, egocentric entity. On the other hand, Taurus is ruled by planet Venus, and that planet is happy when there is harmony. So placement of Sun in Taurus is a difficult placement to deal with because every time you will always feel women are not supportive of what you are doing. You might feel that you are strongly judged by women. However, the lesson to remember is Sun is the king and the king should do best for all of them, all the people he rules over. Sun is not supposed to differentiate between men and women. Sun is supposed to look after both genders equally. Rather, Sun is supposed to look after everybody equally. And hence, people with Sun placed in Taurus need to remember that they are really great at songs, speech, writing, even great at collecting different things, good earning, but it comes with a price that they might have to treat women with more respect than others. Make sure this is the key to earn everything that you are looking for. Let us see the placement of Venus in the sign of Taurus. Venus is ruled by, sign Taurus is ruled by planet Venus. So it is the Swakshetra Venus. You will define yourself by gaining money, banking, your treasuries, your holdings and collections, great tasty food and wine, sweets. However, Venus placed here might tend to find out shortcuts and try to get more and more of what they are looking for. Venus does have tendency to get addictive when placed in Taurus. If Venus is placed in Taurus in the 6th house, then people might tend to be overly critical about women. These men find it very difficult to get along with women, including their wife. For them, there is an intrinsic need to prove themselves to all the women. So just a caution, and remember, Venus is your great planet. Even though it is ruling over 6th and placed in 6th, it is going to give you good things about what it rules. You are good at writing, good at songwriting, have good understanding of movies, have great taste about food and wine. However, getting criticized by women is not something that you like you have to overcome this, because placed in the sixth house means you will be dealing with these issues day in and day out. But Venus comes with a Svakshetra value being in Taurus, so you guys have ability to adjust to it. For a woman with Taurus Venus, they can earn via singing, their speech, their face, eyes and teeth. It means a woman with Venus placement in Taurus could be somebody who has great image in the society. She is known by her looks, by her voice, by her singing, and she could be really great at earning money. Could be in a data science, could be working for databases, could be working for libraries or collection type of agencies. Venus is happy to be placed in Taurus. However, you have to always careful to deal properly with the criticism given by women. Mercury, when you think about the third planet in this conjunction is Mercury. Mercury is oddly placed in the sign of Taurus. The 6-8 relationship or 2-12 relationship for Mercury becomes difficult to deal with. And hence, people who have Taurus Mercury have a tendency to gossip. They might overly indulge into gossiping, doing things hidden, trying to venture into things that are forbidden and try to gain through it. Well, if you are a detective or if you are a researcher, that is a great placement for you, because you are using your energies for the betterment of society. However, for anybody else who has Taurus Mercury, they find it difficult to deal with this energy, because Mercury gets overwhelmed with the work that they have to do. For Mercury, collection, hoarding becomes the dharma, the duty, and they have to eventually learn those things. They have to invest a lot of time. So people with Mercury in Taurus can be in banking, they can be in the communications industry, but they have to work very hard to reach their goals. It is the trine placement, 9th house placement for the Virgo sign, and it is the 12th house placement for the Gemini sign. So be careful with just Mercury in this placement. All three planets have to overcome certain odds. They have to be fair dealing with women, and they have to always make efforts in seeking harmony. That is the key. Now what happens when all these planets are conjunct in Taurus? So this is for you. If you have conjunction of Sun, Mercury and Venus in the sign of Taurus in your natal horoscope, then let us see what happens. For the Aries sign, this rules your 2nd house. So it is likely that you are great at design. You could be into singing. You define your ego or earning both by the means of Taurus, which could be design, singing, speech, using your family values. That is a great placement. You are somebody who is known in the community by what you do, by these different qualities that you possess. If you have Taurus moon, then this conjunction is in your Lagna. It is a great yoga. With moon conjunct these planets is a great yoga. If you have Taurus ascendant, if your Lagna is Taurus, then it is happening in your Lagna. Venus, Sun and Mercury is a great combination, because your life will be driven by earning via the qualities of speech, singing, the facial values, the family values and collection tendencies that you have. However, you will have to slog a lot for that, because this combination will always make one thing difficult for you: dealing with the people of authority. or there could be a sibling who is better at these qualities than you. You'll have to keep your ego aside to earn and have a recognition in the community. If you have Moon in Gemini or Lagna ascendant in Gemini, then this is in your 12th house. You will have to always pay more, invest more, or face losses when you try to overdo, exceed the limits of conveniences. Luxuries could be too costly for you even though you like them. If you have Moon in Cancer sign, or if you have Lagna in Cancer, then this conjunction is happening right now, this transit is happening in your 11th house. It means you have a lot of gains through the means of collection, holding, speech, singing, databases, and aggressive communication. This combination is happening into 11th house. Always remember to be nice with your boss. The key to get rewards is be nice with your boss. If you have Leo sign, then this conjunction is happening in your 10th house. That means you could be somebody who is working in the field of banking, stocks, IT related to banking and stocks, databases, data sciences, or you are somebody who deals day in day out with designs. Could be website design, could be interior design, but Sun, Mercury, Venus together will give you great appreciation for arts and music. This combination is very common in the horoscopes of celebrities, public figures, because they invest a lot in how they look, how they talk, and they have a great sense of understanding about various people in the society. If you have Moon in Virgo or Virgo ascendant, that means it is happening in your 9th house. You will have to always do higher education, more learning, or follow the right path to get gains from values of speech, singing, talking, communications, or databases. Whenever you try to collect something, hold on to something, that becomes a learning for you. You always learn some great lesson in doing so. For Virgo people, having less luxuries always works for their betterment. Whenever they start earning more and more, unless they develop the ability of servitude, being polite and serving others, ego or government will always create issues for them. So just be careful about your ego and dealing with the government. If you have Libra sign, Moon in Libra, or you have Lagna as Libra, then this transit of Sun, Mercury and Venus together in Taurus is happening in your 8th house. If you are a man, you might notice that your wife always gives example of her father and compares yourself with her father. You might be saying this is very common with probably every woman. No, but people with Libra moon, they always face this issue that their wife feels husband is not keeping up to the expectations of father-in-law or her own father, or he is always less than her own father in morals. Whenever it comes to choosing the right path, choosing the right things, ethics and morals, men with Libra moon find it difficult to compete with their father-in-law. Well, the solution to this thing could be, just be nice to your wife, make sure you are on the right side of the law and you are following the faithfulness in marriage. People who have Libra moon, they always find their father-in-law to be dominating, aggressive, or difficult to compete with. I'm not saying you're not able to earn more money from your father-in-law. Probably money won't be an issue. It is about the prestige or the place in the society, or rather place in your wife's mind. That is the most difficult thing to achieve. If you have Scorpio sign, then this is happening in your 7th house. For Scorpio moon or Scorpio ascendant, the conjunction of Venus, Mercury and Sun in the 7th house means you will find a wife who could be great in design, great in collecting different artifacts, different art pieces. She has a great understanding of music and she would love spending money for that. Her ego is defined by how she displays her collection about portfolios of Taurus. You might find that your father-in-law is a known person in the society, in the community. Always remember, people you are dealing with will have higher ego than you. You will have to make sure that you respect them first, give them their dues, and then you will get recognition. If you have moon in Sagittarius or Lagna in Sagittarius, Taurus is your 6th house. It means your analyzing abilities, your abilities of critiquing somebody, being critical about something, is ruled by a combination of Sun, Venus and Mercury. Very likely people with Sagittarius moon or Sagittarius Lagna like to collect things. They can collect pictures, they can collect different artifacts related to music. You might find collection of songs. You can find collection of shlokas, mantras with these people. Collection is their motto for every day. They are good at art, they are good at philosophy, and they would always try to explain the theory behind the collections that they are having. Earning money is very important for Sagittarius people. Usually Sagittarius sign is taken as a philosophical sign. People are into spirituality or religious things, but always remember 6th house is the day-to-day karma, the practical life we have. And when Taurus sign falls there, it means you could be dealing with the portfolio of Taurus sign. And when Sun, Mercury and Venus combination is placed in the 6th house, you define your ego through how much wealth you have. However, with Sun being in the 6th house, it might happen that you might take up more loans to achieve prestige in the society. Just be careful about that. You have great analyzing ability, critiquing ability, but you use kind words when you point out somebody's mistakes. Because the combination of Venus, Mercury and Sun can become harsh typically when in the 6th house. Use all that power to get over the competition. Don't use it in your household with your loved ones. It can go against you. Venus in the 6th by sign, by placement, has to be always careful about dealing with their loved ones. If your sign is Capricorn, you have moon in Capricorn or you have ascendant in Capricorn. If you have moon in Capricorn, ascendant in Capricorn, then Taurus sign falls into your 5th house. Combination of Sun, Venus and Mercury transiting through the 5th house means you will always define your ego through your kids, your creativity and the achievements that your kids do. Very specific, if the Taurus sign falls there, you will see how they talk, are they good in singing and how much they are earning. If you have Capricorn moon and the placement of Sun, Venus and Mercury in the 5th house means Your kid is definitely good at all these things. They are good at arts, music, and they definitely value money. If you have a son with this placement, you might notice that he is very popular with girls. If you have a daughter with this placement, you might find that she will always say no to a boy because her ego is hurt. Because placement of sun in the fifth house makes it difficult for the person to give attention to others. Being in Taurus sign, they would always love to have attention to themselves. So if you are a person with Capricorn moon, praise your kid and then give the examples of others. Giving example of other person is not going to work in their favor. Probably it never worked with you. Whenever somebody gives you example of others, you become overly critical about that. If you have Aquarius sign, then Taurus is your fourth house. Your home, your family, your mother. You defined it through sign Taurus. What does it mean? It means probably you learn how to talk, how to sing, how to look at world through the eyes of your mother. Same way, you might have great collections of different things in your household. Aquarius sign is also another sign which is known as very spiritual sign. However, they have big networks of friends. Aquarius sign has fourth house as Taurus. These people are big into collections. If you want to check it, talk to some Aquarian you know. You might find collections of books, you might find collections of keys, you might find collections of souvenirs that they bring from wherever they go. You can find mini libraries, mini shops, mini museums in their households. Assuming you do not have that much wealth, still you will notice that you have small collections of things that are valuable to you. You will judge a person from how much they own. You will see what type of cars they have, what type of properties they have, how much knowledge they have, and then you will decide whether you want to be friends with them or not. Because your brain is working towards making sure that you are going to be friends with only those persons who have similar values like you. If you have Pisces moon or ascendant in Pisces, then this becomes your third house. The combination of Sun, Venus, Mercury in the third house, if it is in your natal horoscope, it means your younger sibling. They are good at art, design, collecting money. They have great collections of different things. Could be CDs, could be music, could be anything that they love, but they have collected it. Probably they are self-employed. If you have a younger sibling, very likely that they are self-employed or they do freelancing. But they have started doing something that is different from your family business. For Pisces moon, their communications is driven by making sure that they are communicating because they want to earn. Hence, people with Pisces are very good at writing. They are good at communicating. They have great collections of different art pieces. They might have different hobbies. They could be good at playing some sports. And when these people have collections related to their hobby, they feel that they are empowered. Their courage is increased when a person with Pisces moon has lot of hoarding, lot of collection. Hope you have understood how this conjunction of Sun, Venus and Mercury works depending on each sign, and the planet that will drive this conjunction will be depending on how strong that planet is. For a person, if Sun is the major planet for them, for example Leo sign or Leo Lagna, then Sun becomes more important. If you are a Taurus moon or Libra person, then Venus becomes more important. Or if you are a Gemini or Virgo, then Mercury becomes more important. You might always notice that you have higher tendencies or higher things expressed by those planets compared to rest of the two. If you are going by the degree wise, then the planet with the lowest degree in this conjunction might rule over you more compared to the planet with highest degree. Assuming that Sun is away from Venus and Mercury with degrees and Venus and Mercury are not combust, then you will have best results of this conjunction. If your horoscope has Venus or Mercury combust, then you will always feel that your relationships and your friendships are not giving you the best results. But remember, whenever this combination is in Taurus, if you have Sun, Venus and Mercury placed in Taurus, that means your life will be driven by collecting things, maybe values, family, money, property, whatever it is. So go slow about it. You are destined to get those things. Respect women, respect both genders, and treat everyone equally. This is the key. If you want to know if your Venus and Mercury are combust in your horoscope, you can send an email to iamsonalijoshi@gmail.com. You can send an email for individual reading as well. Please like and comment on this video. If you know someone who will be happy to know more about this conjunction and this transit through Taurus, share this video with them and please subscribe to this channel. Shubham Bhavatu. Thank you. Namaste.